Hello, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about all the new locations on, well, we're going to do the entire map of the new OG season. So, this OG season has added Paradise Palms, it's added Lazy Links, and it's added trees in Dusty, and a couple of weapons. But we're not going to talk about weapons, it's just a map. So, I'm going to rank, it's not a proper ranking, I'm just going to say whether I like them or not, and then something about them, why I don't like them, or why I do like them, about every place on the map, every named location on the map. So, we're going to start at the top, we're going to start at Junction, which, if I believe, I'm going to use my, actually you won't be able to see it, because it's, yeah, never mind. I was going to point to it with my webcam, but it's actually, I can point to it. It's about, no, how do I do it? It is there. That is Junction. We're going to start in there. God, that took so long. Right, Junction. I do like Junction a little bit, ish, but it's kind of just out the way too much. You know, I mean, if the circle is bordering Loot Lake, that's a long way to run anyway, and then it gets smaller down to Dusty. It's a long way to run for some circles, however you can get a perfect circle occasionally. So I'm going to give it about a 4 out of 10. It's a good location, it's fun, but it's a bit out the way to be better. Next is, we'll go down to Haunted Hills, which is literally about, 100 metres down the road. Haunted Hills, another good location, good idea for a location, is like a churchyard and stuff. I like the fact that it's ruined, you know, that adds to the haunted effect. Again, it's a little bit too far out the way, and in some ways it's actually further out the way, because Junction, you see that little like path down to the, the southeast, between the two mountains, you have to go down there, whereas Haunted Hills, you have to go around that mountain to get to Pleasant, whereas Junction's basically just in a straight line. So, I'm going to give it a 5, because I think the idea is better than a junkyard, because there is more junkyards over the map, so it's not original. Obviously it was the original one, but there's other junkyards, so I'm going to give Haunted Hills a 5. Okay, next is Lazy Links. Now, Lazy Links, it is, I don't know, I was going to say it's my favourite location, but it's not my favourite location. I like the big clubhouse, I like the swimming pools, I like the golf course. The golf course is a big reason why I like it. I'm gonna say a 6. Again, it can be too far out the way, and depending on which circle it is, if the circle ends at like Flush Factory or Lucky Landing or even Paradise Palms, it can be difficult. I've not dropped there much. I've dropped there 3-4 times. Compared to the other one, I can drop Tilted 3 to 4 times in an hour. I've only dropped Lazy 3 or 4 times since the new season. But I do like the location. I think there's a lot of loot available because of the clubhouse and the small shops and stuff. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 because I do like it. Now, Risky Reels, top 3, one of my favourite locations. I don't know why I like it. I think it's just because I managed to land in the, you know, the long building with the 2 chests in the middle. I always land there, and I always get that one. And I get so many kills in Risky Reels. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to say it's probably my... Oh, you see, I like 5 locations. No, I like 6 locations if we're counting Risky Reels. I'm going to put it above Salty, above Lazy. And just because I get killed easily, I'm gonna put it 3rd. I'm gonna put it 3rd on my favourite top 3 on 3rd on my favourite locations. Next is Pleasant Park. It's just sort of a bunch of houses, which, you know, isn't original, obviously, because there's houses everywhere. But I'm gonna give it a 5 purely because it's closer to the middle, and it can be closer to the other circles than Haunted Hills and Junction. That's the only reason why I'm giving it that extra point. Loot Lake. It's nice. It adds a water feature. I mean, we've got a small river that runs down through Lucky Landing, through Shifty Shafts, and next to Tilted Towers into Loot Lake. And there's another one between Risky and Lazy. And there's not really that many water features. I mean, there's plenty of mountains, as you can see, near Pleasant Park and Greasy Grove and Shifty Shafts, but there's not much water, and it does have some buildings. There's an island in the middle that you can hold down if it's the final circles there. I'm gonna give it a 6. I don't drop there very often, but you know, if I'm dropping at Tilted or Lazy or Pleasant, and I have to go through there, I don't know what's changed about it. I've not been there since the new location. I've gone Paradise a few times. I went Tilted once and got killed instantly, and I've been Risky so far. That's literally it. Paradise. Right, I think 4 and Lazy Links as well. 4 Paradises, 4 Links, a Risky. I dropped Raiding Woods yesterday. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Next, Tomato Town. Again, it's a bit boring. It doesn't really fit. It's not. Tomato isn't an adjective, so it doesn't really fit with the rest of it. And it's really small, and it's just a bit boring. So I'm gonna give it a 4. Even though it's closer to the circles, I'm gonna give it a 4 because there's not really much there. Wailing Woods. It's good. Forest is new. It's kind of a biome, but not really. But it's a new idea. It's a good idea. It doesn't have the bunker, which it used to have. Not when I played it, but it doesn't have the bunker. And it is quite good. Not many people go there. Like you get like 2 or 3 every game, but not many people go there. I'm gonna give it an 8. No, a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. It is. I do like it. I'm gonna give it a 7. Okay. The next one, Snobby Shores. I don't think I've ever dropped here. I've been here, but I don't think I've ever dropped. Well, you can see I've been there, but I don't think I've ever dropped there. I think I've just gone through from Haunted. I don't really know much about it, to be fair. I can't even remember dropping it. I'm going to give it a 5, purely because that's the middle, and I can't even remember anything about it. Obviously, can't be that interesting. Right, Tilted Towers. I'm going to say probably 5th favourite location, purely because I've got an entire strat now. I land in the big building, you know, the open bit. I land on there, go around it, collect all the things, drop onto the chest, open the chest, go down, and then there's 3 doors, and then if you go through a door, it's at the bottom on the ground floor. There's a door on the right. As you're coming downstairs, there's a door on your right, and then if you go right again, there's another house over there, and then there's 2 chests in that house. So you get the 3 chests from the building in Tilted plus ground loot, and then you go over there, you get the 2 chests plus ground loot, and then I just go from there, normally into the construction site or the destroyed bit next door. But yeah, that's what I do. Dusty Divot, number 1 location. I love what I did like. I've not dropped there yet, mainly because the bus hasn't been that good, not because I don't like it. I'm gonna give it a 10 because it's original. No other location on the map has a massive crater in it. I know how to work Dusty as well. I know the inside and out, how to get from there quickly and where to go, so I know that really well. The only problem, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 purely because it's in the middle of the map. The bus is normally over it, which means you're gonna have to have a bus that goes over Junk, Pleasant, Tilted, and Lucky if you want to drop there. And any bus that's like goes over it, I don't drop if the bus goes over it. Let's say the bus is a straight line through the middle of Dusty Divot. I drop Tilted, I drop Risky, and I drop probably Paradise, but I wouldn't drop anywhere else either because it's too far or it's directly in the line. Or it's too close to the line. Okay, anyway, Retail Row, that got a massive upgrade this season. Season. I don't know how to work it. But it got a massive upgrade. It used to be like 4 houses. It's now a proper sort of civilization now. I'm gonna give it a 7. Again, I don't really know much about it. It's just a bunch of houses and shops. It's a bit boring, but you know, it's better. Lonely Lodge, that's quite good, but it's like a couple of buildings. There's a few mushrooms around that you can use for shields, but it's a couple of buildings, and then one really big building. It's just slightly boring, so I'm gonna give it a 6. I need to speed this up a bit. Greasy Grove, I don't know much about. I wouldn't drop that. I don't drop on the west, mainly because the bus doesn't let me go on the left. But I don't drop on the left. But Greasy Grove is alright. I suppose, again, I gave it a 6 because it looks bigger than Snobby Shores. Shifty Shaft is good. I like the mine shaft element of it. It's original. There's not really many mines. I mean, there's a few like mine bits that you can see that have been dug out, but there's not a proper mine bit anywhere else. So I do like it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Salty Springs, I'm gonna go 5th favourite location. I've got a strat for Salty, but it's a bit sparse really. There's a few houses. It's a bit sparse, so I'm gonna give it a 7. Purely because it's kind of in the middle, and I've got a strat for it, but that's it. It's too small really. We'll do Fatal Fields next. Even though Paradise Palms technically is there, but we'll go Fatal Fields next. It's a farm. There isn't another farm on the map this season, whatever it is. There was last, whatever it is, Anarchy Acres, which is now gone because of Lazy Links. Obviously, there's no farm on there now, apart from Fatal Fields, and I feel like it's dense. I know it's dense enough that it's in a small area, but it's sparse enough that you can run around. If there's someone fighting, like over there, then you can still run around these buildings and get loot. So I like it. And I'm gonna give it an 8. Purely, again, I'm gonna give it a 7. Purely because it's less close to the middle, and I haven't dropped there enough that I haven't got a strat for it yet. Okay, Paradise Palms. I do like it. 2nd favourite location on the map, easily. I'm gonna go 9.5 out of 10 straight off, because I love how Paradise Palms is its own what's it called? Biome. I was gonna say genre, but its own biome. You know, it's a desert. There's a racetrack, there's a small town, there's another junkyard, and there's obviously the main bit with the hotel. There's so many, and there's a couple of very races. There's so many different elements to it that I think it works really well, and it adds colour to the map really, which obviously isn't an important idea. It isn't important, but it adds colour to the map. There's a lot of green and varying shades of green, but that's added a bit of yellow, obviously, which is nice. It needed a bit of colour, and it covers up Moisty Mire, which I absolutely hated. Yes, it had a lot of chests in it, but it was horrible. I hated it. Anyway, next, Flush Factory. I think I know Flush Factory. I get confused between Flush Factory and Lucky Landing, even though they're probably nothing alike. Flush Factory, I'm going to give it a 6. No, I'm not going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 5, because it's out the way too much. And Lucky Landing, I'm going to give that a 5 as well, because I can't remember which that one is. I mean, we can try and zoom in. Oh yes, here we go. Wow, we can zoom in a lot. Okay, Lucky Landing. Oh, it's that bit. Yeah, I don't like that very much, to be honest. I'm gonna give it a 5. Flush Factory, I know which one it is now. I've zoomed in. I'm gonna give it a 6. Again, it's too far out the way to be good enough. And then Snobby and Greasy. Snobby. Again, I don't know much about Snobby. I've never dropped there, and I don't really run through it that often because it's only when I go to Haunted Hills do I run through Snobby. So I don't drop there enough, and only when the buzz is good. So I don't know the location well enough, so I'm going to stick it at 5, I think I said for that one. Greasy Grove, I do not recognise any of those buildings, I'll be honest. Maybe they've redone it, or maybe I just haven't dropped there enough. Anyway, so my top 5 is Salty, Lazy, Risky, Paradise, and Dusty. Those are my top 5. Now, I've only been playing Fortnite for a couple of months. Probably not even a couple of months, really. Actually, no, it'll be, what, May-ish? I'll say late June, late May at the earliest I've been playing Fortnite. And some of you might know this, but the person who came up with the 100 Minecraft days, you know, that everybody's done, you know, 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, everybody's done it. Everybody and their dog has watched a 100 days in hardcore video. He was doing well, he started off he did Halo, and then he did 100 drops of Halo, or I don't know, something about 100 something about Halo. I've never played it, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And then he did 100 drops of Fortnite, and it is brilliant. So he's Luke the Notable. He's got 5 million subscribers or something. Go check him out. The 100 drops. He did basically every location. He's done every sort of thing, and then he's done the train for the new ones. He's done 100 drops live. He's done pretty much every. He's done 100 drops of Lazy, 100 drops of Risky, 100 drops of Wading Woods, Tilted. He's done Pleasant Park. He's done Salty Springs, Dusty Diva, Paradise, Fatal Fields. He's done, and then he did the Grotto when that was in the game. So he's made 100 drops at the time that is now in the game, so that people like me who weren't here to experience it when this was then, if that makes sense. Now it's only just come back. I know so much about this map purely from him. What he said, and the experience that I have dropping myself. So, dropping myself, that doesn't sound right. Whatever, yeah, we'll go with it. Yeah. So that is my ranking of the new. Oh God, what is it? I can't say it again. What is it? I think it's Chapter 1, Season 6, 5. I don't know, something like that. I think I saw a video earlier. I don't know. I'm gonna guess at Chapter 1, Season 6. Why not? I don't know. Might have this map. Those are my rankings of all the locations. I'm going to do one other ranking, which is the map itself, the whole thing. And I have to say, it's not really a very pleasant looking outline, I'll be honest. And these little, if you go up here, there's so many up here. If we just zoom in up here, there's so many of these little ledges that you need a grappler or balloons or a rift or something to get back up from, which I think you get stuck on and then you just die when the storm comes around, if the storm ever does come around. So yeah, anyway, that's my top 5 locations this season, and my ranking of all of them. So let me bring up OBS. Thank you for watching. God, this is an 18-minute video. It doesn't feel like I've been recording for. It feels like I've been recording for probably about 15, not 18. Anyway, I'm going to try and stop it on 18 minutes exactly, because I'm like pleasant title. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and then comment down what I should do next. Bye.